I am peace and happiness. I'm rewinding this chapter so that we can understand it clearly. Understanding is nothing but knowledge, it is awareness, it is our experience. I see, Brandy. So, this is the outermost level of manifestation of consciousness. Then, this is the first thing is that I see her. Second is that I have a thought that is a deeper level. Second level is a subtler level. But I have a sensation the moment I perceive and I do not have a thought, and I simply see it. I see, before I see it is a wall, I see, I have a sensation, I have a perception. And I don't know from where this perception comes. That's why it's a causal level. And behind that, there is pure consciousness. Four levels. Four levels. So I'm just taking this subject in a different way so that it may help you to understand. You see that for everything, there are four levels of manifestation. Three levels of manifestation of consciousness, and one is pure consciousness. Pick up anything. I have to explain in a language, but see that whatever your eyes, ears, all the five sense organs perceive, we say it is perception. The moment I convert into a thought, it moves at the third level, the subtler level, the mind. Here is a wall, here is a brandy, here is an anesthesia. So thought is different from an object. I'm an object, you see me. So that seeing is an object, and then there is a thought. Behind that thought, there is a perception, and behind the perception, there is a pure consciousness. We have to simply understand and become aware of it. The moment we are aware, we are in meditation. You got it? Say yes, I got it. So you are all awakened, finished. Terry is also awake. What practices of breathing and the posture we have to do to be into that state of meditation? Well, doing headstand pose, that's my also profession, but I have to, because this tradition, this path is very subtle. How many practices, how many breathing practices that we need to do to reach to that state? None. Nothing is required. Oh, nothing is required. So, can I sleep? Yes, you can sleep. You will never reach there. You see, when we say, well, we have to do nothing, it's okay. I can go into one good friend of mine here in Arizona. He has been doing, or she has been doing, almost for the last 3 years. So every time, for the last almost 6 months, it has happened that he divorced and then he married, then he brought 4 kids, the second marriage, then he is very busy. So he schedules the session and every time he changes. Every time he changes. So during the conversation, I wrote to him the email that I'm homeless, I'm jobless, and I'm knowledgeless. Now see, pay attention. So he sent a response that I have 5 homes and still I am homeless. Not 4 kids. This is what is happening in the subtle level or the subtler body causing the impurity. Impurities are many. Purity is only one. Did you see that? The space is only one. Yeah. Space pure. When sometime it is clouded, sometime we feel it is full of dust and storm, sometime we have rain. Same way, this subtle body, which is known as the mind, prevents us to realize what should we do. So we have not to sleep, but we have to listen and learn from the teacher. That is known as Shravanam. Second is contemplation and reflection. It's very important. Let me take you to the journey of contemplation and reflection. What exactly it means. You sit on a lazy chair and invoke a perception. What do you have a perception? Then give it a thought. Oh, this is wall. Yes. The wall is matter. Yes. Matter is unconscious. See that. What is the next level? Plant is there. Plant have a sensation. Sensation means life. Can plant communicate with me? No. But there are plants in Africa. I saw that you put your finger, it will cut your finger, chop your fingers. Sure. So don't go to Africa. So the plants have a sensation. Sensation means life. You're contemplating, sitting on a lazy chair, and then, okay, now come to the animals. Animals have 4 instincts. And then come to the human being. I can separate them all, matter, plants, and animals, because of my awareness, not because of my ego, not because I'm superior. Plants are normally stationary like matter, so they do not get more experiences like animals to know themselves. Animals are mobile. Human beings not only have all the characteristics of matter, plant, and animals, but have a higher level of awareness. What is that? Or a higher mind that can observe, means that can perceive, that can choose, and that can regulate the mind. It is this faculty we need to explore who we are. Did you get it? I I have a belief that we all have the intellect. Do you see? Sitting on a lazy chair, and again you are contemplating. Life is common in all except the matter. When the life reaches to a saturation point, It triggers the consciousness to create a subtle body, an animal mind. The animal mind has reached to a saturation. It has created a human intellect. Now see, contemplation, perception. Perception means, there is no thought and I simply see, feel. Through the five sense organs supported by the mind, there is only a perception. That perception is awareness, knowledge, experience. That perception is knowledge. Are you getting it? That perception is knowledge. We are just sitting on a lazy chair. We are just, intellect is working. So there we realize there is a choice between what the mind says and what is right and true. The intellect can definitely make a choice. So the mind is doing a gossip, we leave it. No, I just want to remain as a perception, in the mode of a perception. So I jump deeper. I make the mind to jump deeper. I believe that the fourth level of manifestation in the form of an object, name in the form. And I have explained you many a time, this is mouse, name and the form. Now crush it. It is made up of plastic, so the plastic will remain. Plastic is not going anywhere, but the name and the form has gone. So the object of the name and the form is the fourth layer, the outermost layer. We are not able to see. It is made up of one element. So we are also crushed. Instead of Girish, there may be another guy with a different name and the form, different gender. See, just look at it. See from the same perspective. So what happens? What happens is the mind. I told you, purity is only one, impurities are many. The moment the mind gets or start thinking about the word of name and the form, it creates the likes and dislikes, attachment and detachment, and that desire is always moving in the mind. That prevents me to have a right perception, which is third level, from outside. Now see, we are still contemplating, reflecting in our mind. I see someone and I say, you are crazy. Name is okay. You are Sam or David or Rakesh, everything is okay. But when I say that you are crazy, what happens to my mind? My mind has a strong likes and dislikes. This is the impurity that is preventing me to realize what exactly is the state of meditation and what is the pure consciousness. Because without understanding and experiencing the craziness, I cannot give label to anyone. Are you with me? Yes, yes, say yes. Say yes, even if you are not. You are with me. What I said, I'm contemplating and reflecting on a lazy chair. I'm aware and attentive, and I see a guy, and I'm not saying that you all are crazy. So I'm just giving an example. So when I say that you are crazy, so what is happening into my mind? I forget that there is a kind of an obsession, a repeated thought, an image of being crazy is working in my mind. That is why I give a label to you. And that is the impurity that is blocking me to have a right perception. We all are individuals. We all are human beings. Where is the problem of perception? So when the perception is, if I say, if my perception is polluted by projection, it is the impurity, it results into perversion, and then I see the world for the sake of my pleasure or pain. For this understanding, I need not to do headstand pose. I need not to do breathing. I need not to practice mantra. So this is what the master is saying. It means the primary goal or the premeditative state is that is my mind pure or not? So if my mind is pure, so that purity has a clear perception. That is third level or the first manifestation from the pure consciousness. From that third level, we can touch base the pure consciousness, what we have been talking about, canvas. There is another way to understand it. If you are still in contemplation and reflection with me, mind has the likes and dislikes, and it is processed by the brain, the matter. And then we have a different sensation. Science is not clear. Where is the seat of consciousness? There are more, I would say, the uh, three different ideas that where is the seat of consciousness in the brain. Maybe after 10 years, if their hypothesis that I have to find out the seat of consciousness in the brain, from the three ideas, we may have multiple, 10 ideas and 15 ideas. What our masters are saying. Simple. When the brain uses the consciousness, we cover our real self. When the consciousness uses the brain, that state is known as awakened or enlightened state. Brain uses the consciousness, the mind is super active with the likes and dislikes, with the ego, with the pride, with the greed, with the desires, with the have and have nots, with the comparison, conflict, and confusion. Brain, hold on. Let me have your perception also. That perception is known as let the thought come, let it go. Now, do you see that I'm translating? It is such a simple. Before my mind should have a single thought, I want to touch base with the perception first. Thoughtless awareness. Did I say I'm using different words? Thoughtless awareness. But if the mind is not pure, we fall back. The mind returns to the mind itself with the likes and dislikes, and then it returns into the world. That is why we say Shravanam, listening and learning should be focused, one pointed. Your thought, all the thoughts, one after the other, moves in a specific direction to explore who am I? To explore who am I? No, I have lot of problems in the body. So hence, I will. That's why I felt discomfort during the practice of meditation. You are already gone. The mind has already explained. Are you getting? So sometimes people say we need an extraordinary awareness. And that is why our master says that look at, again, contemplate. Matter, what can the matter define the goal? No. Can the plants define their purpose of their life? No. Can animals define the purpose of their life? Look at all those animals. They reach to a maturity stage. And after that, they move horizontally. Means they become old, and then ultimately we can say that they die. Because we can say safely, because of absence of intellect, because of absence of not able to see the purpose of life. We human beings are able to see that purpose of life. Food, safety, security, and sex, and wealth, and and other social desires, you can put it. But the final goal is my evolution, is to know who am I, to bring an end to the suffering once and for all. Why listening and learning are important? That once we enter into the world, the mind has to work only with the three desires: desire to earn, make an effort, to have an asset, desire to have a pleasure, and to follow the rules of the law and the land in order to continue the same pleasure. But the fourth goal of life is to know myself. I know myself. Why you are talking again and again on the same subject? I know myself. Do you see that? The pride comes instantly. When we look into the mirror, oh, I'm very handsome and beautiful. Finished. Perception and projection. Finished. We are gone. There also we need to maintain an awareness. I give you 1 million examples. That's how we observe, we understand. Oh, this is what. The fourth effort. So when I contemplate with a one-pointed awareness, without doing a headstand pose or breathing or the mantra, we have to do nothing. Why we are doing it on Mondays and Thursdays? We have 64 different paths in Eastern West. This is one path and that is another path. So I advocate, no, you have to practice. You have to practice. On Saturdays, it's a weekend, you do nothing. But doing nothing does not mean in a material sense, in a worldly sense. So here it means that I'm already always in contemplation and reflection. I'm laying a foundation for this chapter 6 again. I realize that that metaphor will work clearly. Now see that there is another way of contemplation. Find out where I can have a proxy and where I cannot have a proxy. You have a lot of money and I say, give me, you can give me. We can have a proxy. No, I have a lot of debt. You can pay all the debt. What about you're hungry? Can I have a proxy? You eat for me. See that? Contemplation. You eat for me. Did you ever say that, I'm very sad? Can you be sad for me? Look at it. Look, understand that. It requires an understanding. This sadness does not benefit you. Do you ever say that I'm very sad and then I will focus on my work today? Did you ever say that? I'm very sad about you, hence I love you so much. And still we become sad. We need that awareness to be in the state of meditation. We cannot have a proxy. Means no one can discover peace and happiness, love and the truth and the wisdom for me. Hence, no chance to be lazy. One. No chance to be crazy, caused by the subtle body. That this mind does not have any impurity in terms of likes, dislikes, projection, perversion, running. I am sitting on a lazy chair and contemplating and reflecting only one pointedness. Natural one pointedness. I need not to focus. I don't know my real self, so how can I focus? So, what is one pointedness? From one thought to the second thought to the third thought. So, the last thought says, I cannot think. Now, don't think. You are already in perception, you live into that awareness, and from there, we are already in that state of meditation. That is what this master says the base is pure consciousness. And I gave you a brief understanding. Take it down. We will prove it wrong later. So there is a flash of sensation. Huh? The moment my mind and the eyes look at you, there is a sensation before the thought. Before the thought. So third level is the subtle, the mind. It gives a thought. And there are millions of thought passes. Only when I say simply, oh, Rakesh, you are here. No. It is supported by millions of thoughts. What are those thoughts that is already present in my mind? Your gender, your shape, your name, your form, your profession, your everything from the memory enters, and it is ready to uh, give a so-called coherent thinking, the wasteful thinking, crazy thinking. That is how we live our life. No, no, I see David and Jerry. You see now, see David and Jerry. So, how many memories returns? Where you live, huh? And gender and height. Oh, long list. Oh, I met you first. Do you see? That is what the impurity is. If that impurity continues, we block the pure consciousness, we create a veil, and we also create those sensations at the second level prompts me to keep thinking in a direction where the mind goes to the impurity, and it prevents me to realize what is my essence. It is only pure consciousness. Buddha used another tool. I remember Buddha used another tool. What the tool? Okay, when you were born, I'm born on 11th of, today is 11th, yeah, 11th of June 2020. Why I said so? You don't have any memories that is yet to come. Can I become aware the moment I'm born? I just imagine, okay, the moment I'm born. What thought I had? No thought. See, no thought, no memories. Oh, so it means I'm not anesthesia. Yes, I'm not. Huh? Just an example. I have no fiancé. I don't know. I'm living in Ukraine. See, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Okay. And before I was born, I was into the womb of a mother. What I'm referring to? Oh, I'm referring to the physical body. Am I the body? No. Look at it. So Buddha says that you go back what you were before you were born physically. Nothing can come out from nothing. There must be something. Huh? We have to follow the knowledge. Knowledge says that nothing can come out from the nothing. There must be something. Oh no! So one master explains that we are born in the semen of a father. The guy is still yet to get married. Now I'm just giving a reference, and then I'll explain later on. But from where that has come, it comes from the matter. So I'm not able to find out my original cause, and that is the efficient cause, and that is the base consciousness, and then what I refer to as a sensation, or just an awareness, localized awareness. That is the beauty of this journey of Eastern wisdom. Let us close your eyes and see what happens in contemplation, reflection, and So you see that when I say eyes are closed.